This video is how to repeal Obamacare even before we win the next election, even with the current Congress. I'm getting sick and tired, as I'm sure you are, of these votes that we're constantly seeing in the House and even in the Senate to repeal Obamacare. We know that if we ever pass that bill, it'll just go to Obama's desk. He'll veto it, and what will we have achieved? Yeah, we'll get some Democrats on record as being for Obamacare, and that could defeat them for re-election, but it won't make any difference in the law's functioning. But a switch in strategy and a switch in tactics could be very effective in this, and let me talk about this a little bit. This is based on polling by John McLaughlin, who I respect very much. There is a certain percentage of the American people that favor repeal of Obamacare, but there's a much larger percentage that would favor repeal of the individual mandate, the requirement that each individual buy insurance, or the employer mandate that requires employers to buy insurance for their employees. The McLaughlin poll showed 15% of the voters would want a total repeal, and 16% want no change at all. But 60% would support a bill that left Obamacare in place, but repealed the individual requirement that you buy insurance, or repealed the requirement that employers buy insurance for their workers. Now, those are the two crucial provisions of Obamacare. It can't function in its current sense without that. But they're not the most popular parts of Obamacare. The most popular parts are ones we need not repeal. And we don't need to take the flack from public opinion for trying to repeal them. They are that pre-existing conditions cannot stop an insurance company from covering you. They are that when you're sick, they have to continue to cover you, and they cannot raise the premiums for that. And they're that children get covered until they're 26 years of age on their parents' policies. Those policies are fine. They don't change the fundamental construct of medical care in the United States. The worst they do is increase the premiums a bit. The main increase in premiums, of course, comes from the requirements that you have to have everything covered in health insurance, even things you couldn't possibly need, mammograms for a man. But if you repealed that requirement, you repealed the mandate that you have to buy this type of insurance, an employer has to offer this type of insurance, those costs would come down very quickly. And the reforms of Obamacare would basically be consumer protection issues that I don't think Republicans would object to. So what the Republicans need to do is reduce their scope of fire. Instead of talking about a total repeal, which will never pass and will get vetoed and never be overridden, focus on repeal of the individual mandate and focus on the repeal of the employer mandate. Those bills will very likely get 60 votes in the Senate and could get the 67 necessary for an override. Thanks for watching.